It started like a normal day. The sky was clear, people were working, laughing, and living their lives. But far above Earth, something was coming. Nobody saw it. No radar caught it. No satellite gave warning. The aliens had studied Earth for many years. They knew how humans think. They knew human weaknesses, and they knew when to strike. At exactly 3:13 p.m., everything changed. The first wave hit without a sound. Satellites went black. Internet failed. Lights shut off. In big cities, panic began. People looked at the sky and saw strange shapes, giant ships, dark and silent, like shadows floating in the air. The ships didn't shoot first. They just waited, watching, studying. And then they attacked. Laser beams cut through buildings. People screamed and ran. Fire covered the streets. Military jets flew up to fight, but the alien shields were too strong. Missiles bounced off. Tanks were destroyed before they could move. Within 1 hour, 10 major cities around the world were gone. The aliens did not speak. No warning, no message, no chance to surrender. It was a clean, silent invasion. Their soldiers, tall and fast with glowing eyes, moved like ghosts. They walked through bullets. They hunted in teams. And when they found humans, they killed without mercy. In one day, Earth lost 70% of its population. But something was strange. In one small city, Candor Base in the middle of the desert, the aliens stopped. They sent scouts to check it, but none of them came back. They sent more. Same result. It was like something inside that place was invisible, something deadly, something unexpected. The aliens believed Earth had already lost. They believed the humans were finished. They started sending messages back to their home world. They called it Victory Day. They celebrated. But deep under Candor Base, inside a dark control room, 6 humans were still alive. Not just any humans. This was a special Recon unit, trained for missions behind enemy lines, experts in stealth, hacking, and survival. Each one of them was chosen for one reason. They were ghosts in human form. Captain Rhea sat at the center, her face calm but cold. Her team, Ghost Unit 9, stood ready. They had been silent since the invasion started, watching, learning, waiting. They knew the world was falling, but they were not allowed to move yet. Their mission was clear: do not engage until the final signal. And now, the signal had come. Captain Rhea looked at her team. "They think they won," she said, her voice like ice. "Let's show them what ghosts can do." Above ground, the aliens prepared their final scan. They believed this base was just broken tech and empty buildings. They didn't know humans were still inside. They didn't know about the Recon unit. They didn't know what was coming. In silence, Ghost Unit 9 moved through the dark. They had no heavy weapons, no tanks, just small tools, cloaking suits, and their training. But one thing made them powerful: human will. While the aliens were busy dancing in victory, the Recon unit slipped out, quiet like wind, sharp like blades. One by one, they reached alien command points. They planted bugs, hacked systems, cut wires. One by one, the ships began to glitch. Lights blinked. Maps failed. Orders were lost. Confusion spread like a virus. The aliens started to panic. They sent more drones to check, but the Recon team was already gone. They left no trace. Then came the first real surprise. An alien ship exploded from the inside. More followed. 4 ships in just 10 minutes. The sky that was silent now burned with fire. Alien leaders screamed in their language. But it was too late. The ghosts had started their dance. And Earth was not done yet. This was not a war. This was a warning, a signal. The aliens claimed victory too soon. They had not fought Earth's army. They had fought its shadow. and the shadow had just started to move. The night was dark, and the sky still burned with broken alien ships. But in the desert, there was silence. Ghost Unit 9 was on the move. Captain Rhea gave her next order. Phase 2. We hit their power lines. No lights, no eyes. The team split into 3 pairs. Each member moved fast and quiet, using the desert rocks for cover. They wore cloaking suits, black armor that bent the light, making them nearly invisible. Even the alien sensors couldn't catch them. High above, alien scout drones flew, searching, listening, but they saw nothing. Lieutenant Marcos and Agent Lin reached the first tower. It was tall, glowing blue, humming with alien power. This was how the alien ships stayed connected. It also helped power their force fields. Marcos placed a small black disc on the tower base. Lin whispered, "Are you sure it won't explode?" "No," he said with a small smile. "It'll scream instead." The disc activated. A sharp, silent pulse shot out. The tower began to shake. Blue sparks flew. Then, silence. The tower went dark. The signal was dead. 10 seconds later, alien ships above started turning. Slow, confused. Across the valley, Agent Aisha and Corin hit the second tower. A soft click, a low hum, and boom. The tower melted. And with it, more alien tech shut down. Shields flickered. Scanners failed. Panic started. Inside the alien command ship, the leader, called Arch-Seer Valzar, watched in anger. "Find the source," he ordered. "Burn everything if you must." But they still didn't understand. This wasn't a human army. This was 6 shadows. And shadows don't wait to be found. Captain Rhea and her tech specialist, Riven, reached a storage unit, an alien depot. It held weapons, power cores, and strange tech. Riven hacked the door with a device made from scrap parts and alien metal. Inside, they found something strange. Human bodies in stasis pods. Not dead, sleeping, unconscious, captured during the early attacks. Maybe for study. Maybe worse. Captain Rhea's eyes went cold. "We save them later. First, we break their bones." They left a gift inside the depot, a virus cube. Once active, it would send a digital plague through alien systems. Quiet, invisible, and deadly. Back at the base, the Recon team returned, one by one. Calm, focused. Then, the world changed again. Across the sky, alien screens turned on. A message appeared. The voice, strange and deep. "We know you are there. Come forward, humans. Surrender, or we erase what is left." But Captain Rhea only smiled. "They're scared." Riven looked at the map. One more power line. One more tower. If we break it, the shield above their main command ship will fall. Rhea nodded. "Then we kill their eye, and they go blind." But the last tower was deep in alien territory, guarded by patrols, drones, beasts with metal skin. Getting close would be suicide. The team didn't blink. "Move at dawn," Rhea said. "No mistakes." The sun rose slowly over the desert. Red light touched the burned earth. Alien ships circled above like vultures. The final tower stood tall in the center of the enemy's main camp, surrounded by walls, machines, and hundreds of alien soldiers. Inside Candor Base, Ghost Unit 9 prepared for their most dangerous mission yet. Captain Rhea looked at the map. "We have one chance. No backup. No rescue. If we fail, we don't come back." Agent Corin grinned. "Good. I hate coming back." Riven handed out small drones. "These fly low, scan quiet. They'll guide us." The team split into 2 groups again. Group 1, Rhea, Isha, and Corin, would attack the tower. Group 2, Marcos, Lin, and Riven, would distract the patrols and cause chaos. As night fell, the mission began. In the distance, explosions lit the sky. Group 2 had already started, throwing firebombs into supply zones, creating fake signals, and triggering alarms. Alien guards ran in every direction. Confused, angry, blind. That's when Group 1 moved in. They crawled through tunnels, moved under old ruins, crossed through dark caves full of strange glowing plants. Every sound could bring death. Every shadow could hide an alien. At last, they reached the wall. The tower stood just 300 meters away. But something was wrong. "Too quiet," whispered Aisha. Corin scanned. No movement. No guards. Nothing. Captain Rhea narrowed her eyes. "It's a trap." Before she could speak again, the ground beneath them shook. From the sand, a large gate opened, and 3 alien machines rose, spider-like, armored, with red eyes. Behind them, a human voice spoke. "Hello, Captain." They turned and saw a man step out of the shadows. Human, in alien armor. His face calm, cold, familiar. "Colonel Drax," Rhea whispered. "He was supposed to be dead, killed in the first week of the invasion." "I saw a better future," Drax said. "They offered peace, power, order. You sold your own species," Corin growled. "No," Drax said with a smile. "I saved it. You're the problem, Captain. You and your little ghost team. Always hiding, always fighting. That's why Earth will die." Rhea raised her weapon. "Maybe, but we'll die human." The alien machines charged. Corin and Aisha opened fire. Sparks flew. The tower's lights blinked. Alarms screamed. Rhea fought Drax hand to hand. Fast, brutal. He was strong, too strong. His body had changed, enhanced, modified. But Captain Rhea was smarter. She didn't need strength. She needed time. Because while the fight raged, Aisha reached the tower base. She placed the charge. "Set the timer." 10 seconds, she yelled. Drax pushed Rhea down and ran to stop her. Too late. Boom. The tower exploded into fire and smoke. A wave of energy knocked everyone to the ground. Above, the command ship's shield flickered, then died. The sky was open. Ghost Unit 9 had done it. But Drax escaped, limping, bleeding, smiling. "You think this is a win?" he shouted. "You've just made it worse, much worse." And then he disappeared into the night. The black ship hovered over the desert. It made no sound, no heat, no movement, but every human and every alien could feel it, like a storm waiting to break. Inside Candor Base, the Recon team watched in silence. Their weapons were ready, but something told them this was different. This was not an attack. The ship sent a beam of soft light into the ground. A circle formed on the sand, glowing blue. A voice followed, clear and calm. "Step into the circle, Captain Rhea. Come alone." The team looked at her. "Don't," Corin said. "It could be a trap." Rhea stared at the light. "Every step we've taken led to this moment. I have to know." She walked alone. The moment she stepped into the circle, her body froze, then vanished. She opened her eyes inside a strange chamber. Dark, cold, floating symbols all around. In front of her stood a tall figure, covered in armor like smoke. No face, no skin, just shifting shadows. It spoke, not with a mouth, but into her mind. "You fight bravely, human, but you fight without knowing why." Rhea frowned. "We fight to survive." The figure showed her visions, glimpses of the past. Earth, thousands of years ago. Humans walked beside tall beings, these shadow armors. They were not gods, but they were old. And they had made a pact. "We were once your allies," the figure said. "We taught your kind, protected your skies. But when we left, others came." The visions changed. The alien race, tall, glowing eyes, sharp weapons. The same invaders now burning Earth. They followed our paths, hated what we left behind. They found Earth and marked it for destruction. Captain Ria's mind raced. So this invasion, it's revenge. Yes, but not only that. They fear you, Captain. They fear humans, your fire, your freedom. Ria stepped closer. Why are you helping us now? The figure paused. Because the war is bigger than you know. We thought it ended, but now it begins again. And you are the last spark. Suddenly, another vision. Colonel Drax, speaking with alien leaders, standing beside a glowing door. Your traitor has found something ancient, said the figure. Something buried deep in Earth. If he opens it, everything dies. Back at Candor Base, the rest of the team watched the sky. The black ship had not moved. Then, a bright light shot down, and Captain Ria reappeared. She looked changed, focused, fierce. Riven stepped forward. What did you see? Ria looked at her team. The truth. She opened her hand. In it was a small crystal, given by the ancient being. It pulsed with soft blue light. We've been fighting a war, but we didn't even know the real enemy. The desert winds blew harder now. The sky had changed. The stars above seemed wrong, like they were watching. Inside Candor Base, Captain Ria placed the glowing crystal on the table. It pulsed softly, like a heartbeat. Riven scanned it. It's not a weapon. It's a key, a map, coordinates. Marcos looked closer. Coordinates to what? Ria replied, to something buried deep underground. A door. The aliens are trying to open it. And Drax? Corin asked. He's already there, she said. And if he opens it first, we all die. The team packed fast. They had no time left. The location shown by the crystal was hidden inside a mountain range, long thought dead. Old volcanoes, dry land, no life. But something ancient slept beneath it. A place not even modern satellites could see. Ghost Unit 9 rode in silence. A stolen alien vehicle flew low across the sand, each of them prepared for the worst. As they neared the mountains, the ship's radar screamed. 3 heat signatures, said Riven. Alien dropships. They're guarding the site. We go in quiet, said Ria. Like ghosts. Night fell. The team moved through the shadows. Cloaks active. No sound. No light. Below the mountains, they found it. A giant crater. Deep. Black. In the center, an alien dig site. Lights glowed blue. Tents and machines were everywhere. And in the middle of it all, Colonel Drax. He stood on a raised platform, next to a giant stone door, half opened. Strange symbols glowed on its surface. This is it, whispered Aisha. That door, it's not alien. She was right. It looked older than anything they had seen. Not built by the current invaders. Not even by the shadow beings. This door belonged to something else. Something forgotten. Suddenly, alarms screamed. They saw us, yelled Marcos. Blaster fire lit up the dig site. Ghost Unit 9 fought hard. Fast, silent, deadly. Riven ran toward the stone door. He used the crystal to try to stop the opening. But the system was locked, already activated. Colonel Drax appeared. His armor was stronger now, glowing with red veins. You're too late, he shouted. I've seen what's inside. It's not a weapon. It's a god. Ria fought her way toward him. You don't know what you're releasing. Drax laughed. No, but I know what it will destroy. Behind him, the door opened, just a crack. From inside came a sound. Not a scream. Not a voice. A whisper. Cold. Ancient. It spoke inside their minds. I see you, at last. Everyone froze. Even the aliens stopped firing. Then, one of the invaders screamed. Loud. Unnatural. Its body twisted, eyes turning black. Another followed, and another. The thing inside the door was infecting them. Colonel Drax stared in horror. This isn't what they promised. Rhea fired. Drax fell, wounded but not dead. Seal the door, she shouted. Riven pushed the crystal into the control panel. The symbols flickered. The whisper grew louder. You cannot stop the cycle. I always return. With one final push, Riven overloaded the system. A blast of light shot out. The door slammed shut. The ground shook. The mountain cracked. Ghost Unit 9 escaped just in time. Behind them, the dig site collapsed, buried again. For now, 2 weeks later, alien ships began to retreat from Earth. Quietly, slowly, like they were afraid. The skies cleared. Cities burned, but survivors came out from hiding. Across the world, hope returned. But Captain Rhea knew the war was not finished. Inside Candor Base, the team watched recordings from the mountain site. Marcos pointed to the footage. Look at this, the infected aliens. They weren't just dying. They were changing. Corin frowned. Changing into what? Riven looked pale. Into something, human-shaped. Isha whispered, that thing inside the door, it's not just ancient. It's connected to us. Captain Rhea stood up. She placed the crystal, now cracked, on the table. We didn't just stop a god, she said. We may have awakened it. Suddenly, the black ship returned. It hovered above Candor Base, silent and still. Then a voice echoed in their minds again. You survived. You chose fire over silence. Now choose again. Captain Rhea was pulled into a beam of light and vanished. She opened her eyes inside the dark chamber again. The shadow being stood before her. The creature you buried is called Valfar. Long ago, it tried to rule minds, control souls. We stopped it, but we could never destroy it. Rhea clenched her fists. Why Earth? Because your kind is young, wild, uncontrolled, the perfect doorway. She looked at the being. So what now? Now, you decide. We can destroy Earth to seal Valfar forever, or we can prepare your people to fight it. Captain Rhea didn't blink. We'll fight, like we always do. The being paused, then gave her a new weapon, a blade made of light and shadow. Then you are no longer just a soldier. You are a warden now, the first of your kind. Back on Earth, the team saw the beam return. Captain Rhea stepped out, changed. Her eyes glowed faint blue. Her voice was calm, strong. This war is bigger than Earth, but we are not alone anymore. The camera zoomed out, showing a map of Earth. More beacons lit up. Other ghost teams, other survivors, other wardens waking up around the world. And far above, in deep space, something moved. A single eye opened in the darkness. Valfar was watching. The end. But every end is the beginning of something greater. We are ghosts. We don't die. We haunt the darkness, until the darkness fears us. Let me know if you'd like. Full voiceover script for all 7 parts. Background music and sound effect ideas. Thumbnail titles for each video. Or a new season continuation. Egg Wardens, Rise of the First Flame. You did a great job guiding this. Now your YouTube series is ready to haunt the stars.